IPO is a great financial milestone for everyone. So it's excellent for the company because it puts you in a different league. It makes your stock currency. It gives you access to public markets. IPOs are supposed to typically raise primary money, and you can as founders you can take some chips off the table. But I always warn founders, and I'm sure we'll come to that, that it's only base camp. There's a lot more to be done. You're the one who will be definitely taking the company forward. So entrepreneurs should think very hard about the IPO. When it comes to employees, it's awesome if you have employees who have stock. When we IPO'd in 2010, 70% of our team had stock. So it was really a very, I think a heartwarming kind of moment for everyone, and especially for founders, to see everyone benefit from that. We also got a great pop. We went up almost 100% on day one. So it was pretty exciting. We went out to raise 70 million plus green shoe. We had a book of about a billion plus. So not, it was obviously a lot of demand because there were so few IPOs coming out, but that meant you can get a very strong pop, and people, rightfully made a lot of money. I don't think there's anything more fulfilling for any entrepreneur anywhere in the world, for his team who's kind of worked with him or her from the beginning, worked really hard, put in their sweat and toil, given up easier options, corporate jobs very often, taken the risks, been with you nights and nights, and kind of make it happen. So I think that's very rewarding. Also for investors, it's great, right? So private market investors, that's what they want. The preference for all venture investors, private market investors, is an IPO because you typically get the best value. You also get the flexibility. There's a lot of liquidity. So you can, shed everything, you can time it, versus a trade sale. A trade sale, you agree on a price and you're done. That works for some. So I think as an exit, it's tremendous. And in terms of coaching, Sanjeev covered it. It's the people in the know who need to know the rules, and they're very strict rules. India or US, they're very, very strict rules, and you have to take them very seriously. You cannot even, deviate slightly from it. And we've seen draconian things happen. Happy to say we're almost 11 years listed now, and thankfully we've never had any issue. And it comes down to how strong your processes are, how strong a CFO is, how strong the audit is, how tight a ship you run. If you run a tight ship and you're comfortable with it and you have nothing to hide, like I hear of companies, by the way, even today, and no names, who run 3 sets of books. One for investors, and the investors know a different one is going to the IT department, and the third one is the real one for themselves or something. My God, that's a disaster if you want to IPO. Not at all. You have to be squeaky clean. Everything has to be out there, whether it's a loss or not, it doesn't matter. But that is the whole thing about compliance, and the scrutiny is great. I think Sanjeev said it very rightfully. There's a lot of eyes looking, and the penalties are great too. So I think we have to take it very seriously, and everyone has to ask themselves, particularly the founders, do you really want to IPO? Are you ready for the long haul? This is not something about you're done. If you don't, it's perfectly okay. If you want to be a serial entrepreneur, you want to sell your company and you want to set up another one or do whatever else you want to, that's perfectly fine too. So it comes down to a very individual preference.